of us have left past relationships. We have moved on physically. We have moved into new relationship. We've met people. We have physically parted ways with people we were in a relationship with in the past. But emotionally, mentally, they are still existing in our mind. They are still there, And in this video, I'll be sharing with you on how you will finally let go of an old relationship, why you need to let go of that relationship, and how you would even know that you are existing in an old relationship, even though physically you may think you have moved on. Stay with me. My name is Ogechi Franklin, and I'm doing a series on how you can let go of the past and finally embrace today and the future that God has in stock for you. Many of us have left a relationship. You are physically, moved away from this old relationship. You have parted way with this old person, but you are still stuck in your mind in that relationship. And here are 5 matrices for you to examine if you are still stuck in that old relationship, if you are still existing in that old relationship, think that you have moved on. Number 1, you constantly think about them. You constantly think about what your life would have been if you are still with this person. You are constantly, thinking about your life together. Sometimes you may have even moved on. I recently had a discussion with someone. She's already married. She has moved on with her life, but she constantly thinks about this old person that she had a relationship with like 10 years ago. You can imagine, So she may have moved on. She may have gotten married. She may have even had kids. But this old person is still existing in her life. So because she's always thinking about the person. She was always, imagining what her life would have been if this person was still there. The second metric, you are constantly still checking up on them. You are constantly in this age, of social media. You are constantly checking their DM, checking their Twitter, checking their, their Instagram, their Facebook, to know what is going on in their life. You have physically parted way, but you are somehow still involved in this person's life by checking what they are doing and what they are not doing. Then you are still stuck in that old relationship. The third thing that would let you know that you are still stuck in that old relationship is that you are secretly thinking of how you could come back together. If you are given a magical wand, you would want the person to come back in your life and the two of you continue from where you left off. Then you are still stuck in that old relationship. You are trying to replace in your new relationship that old person. You have this new relationship going on. Maybe you are not in any relationship with anyone yet, but your matrices or your parameter on who to be in your life is based on what you had with that old person. The things you are looking out for in a new person is the things that was existing in that old person. You are thinking about, this is how this person treats me, this is how this person does this and that, and you are trying to replace that old person in your new life. Then you are still stuck in that old relationship. And finally, when you are thinking about the things that you could have done, maybe if I had lost weight, maybe if I had changed my attitude, maybe if I had changed something about me, maybe if I had changed something, you are constantly thinking about if there was something you could have changed about yourself, about your character, about anything in that relationship that would have kept that person going with you in your journey or in your relationship. Then you might still be stuck in that relationship. And why do you need to let go of that old person? Why you need to let go of that old relationship? Number 1, it is preventing you from having a happy and peaceful life. If you are constantly thinking about someone that is no longer there, yes, you are setting yourself up for not being happy. When you are constantly thinking about something you cannot change, you are setting yourself up for an unhappy life. Secondly, it is preventing you from enjoying the people that God has brought into your life now. Imagine that you have moved on, you've gotten married, you are in a new relationship with someone else now, and you are constantly comparing them or thinking about them rather than focusing on your new relationship. Then you will not enjoy the goodness, the amazing things that this current relationship or even the people that will come into your life will bring, because you are thinking about that old person, if you get what I mean. The third thing is that it is preventing you from attracting the right people into your mind. Every relationship has a cover. When someone is in your life, it prevents the other people from coming into your life. That's the same thing. It doesn't have to be that person is physically in your life. If that person is emotionally still in your life, if that person is existing in your mind, then you are clouding yourself around. You are clouding yourself with that person, both emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually, and you are not able to attract the right people or the right person into your life. And that is why you need to let go of that old person in your heart, in your mind, across every part of your being, to be able to enjoy the fruitfulness of the new relationship or the things or the new person that God wants to attract or bring to your life. Lastly, you need to let go of that old relationship because it is preventing you from achieving all the things that God wants you to achieve now and in the future. Now, how do you then let go of that past relationship? How do you break off from mentally holding on to that relationship, from emotionally holding on to that relationship and all of that? How do you let go? It can be hard to let go. It can be hard to let go, especially if it is something that you felt was filling a need in your life. Number one, you need to cut off from every connection you have with that person. If it is that you've let go in your mind and in your heart and you have no connection and no connection, then if you chat or call it once in a while, it doesn't matter. But when you find out that you are still emotionally connected to this person, you are still emotionally entangled with this person, even though you are physically moved on, then it's time to cut connection. It's time to, stop following them on social media. It's time to stop texting them. It's time to stop calling them. It's time to, don't check on them. Don't try to see what is going on in their life. Cut connection with that person. 2, you need to stop comparing. Stop comparing your past relationship with your present relationship. You need to stop comparing. Sometimes when you are comparing the past relationship with your new one, our mind have the ability to select what it wants. Our mind has the ability to select the emotions, the event it wants to, remember. Sometimes you are thinking about the good things that existed in that old relationship and you forget why it even stopped, why it broke in the first place. So you need to stop comparing and focus on your relationship now. Focus on who you are becoming today. Focus on your life. If you have someone already in your life now, you need to focus on making the best out of that relationship that you have now. You need to focus on why God has brought this particular relationship, what roles you need to play in this relationship. Focus on it now and stop comparing that past person with your current relationship. The third strategy for you to, be able to finally move on is to realize that every relationship that comes into our life was ordained for a time and a purpose. Some relationships that have broken, some relationships that are no longer there may have outlived the purpose why they started in the first place. And that realization will free your mind to be able to finally let go. Yes, it may have been good while it lasted, but now it's over, it's time to finally move on. The realization that the purpose for that relationship may have ended. Therefore, you need to move on. The fourth thing is to ask yourself, why am I constantly thinking about this person? Why have I not let go? Sometimes you have not let go because there was a need that person was feeling in your life. Maybe it's an emotional need. Maybe it's a financial need. Maybe the person had so much money and was supporting you financially, and you are thinking of how your life would have been so much beautiful, so much ease if you were with this person. That could be the reason why you are thinking about that relationship. You need to evaluate why am I thinking about it? Is there something, was there an emotional need they were feeling, and then align them to your present reality. If it's a financial reason, then you need to think about, do I need to cut down my expectation and align it with what is going on in my life? Do I need to strategize on how to, get more income, on how to upskill, on how to do something with my life, get a skill, get a degree, do something with your life that can earn you money financially, rather than thinking about an old relationship that was financially providing for you, if you get what I mean. So you need to think about, why am I thinking about? Is it financial? Is it emotional need? Is it that the person in my life currently is not feeling an emotional need? And if that is the case, then you need to have a conversation with the person that is in your life. Let the person know what you expect. Emotionally, this is how I want to be communicated with. Emotionally, this is what I want to happen in my life. If you are really expecting that your relationship currently will work, your marriage or whatever your circumstance now is, you need to have a conversation on how that need can be met. That's if it can be met, because sometimes the things that we are thinking are emotional need may not actually be the need that we have at the moment. So evaluate your need now. What is my emotional need now? That need that you had in the past when you were with that person may have changed. So you need to evaluate, what's the emotional need I have today, and communicate it with the person you are in a relationship now, if that makes sense. If it is a financial need, think about how to upskill. Think about how to get money for yourself and fend for your need. The next thing is that you need to, when you have evaluated why you are feeling that way, ask yourself, is that thing necessary? Do I need it? Do I need it? If it is a need, then align yourself on how to get it. Speak to your partner, provide for yourself financially, or whatever the need is. The next strategy on how you can be able to finally move on is that you need to pour yourself into something more purposeful, something more meaningful, something that brings meaning to your life. Sometimes when we think that there is a need that someone else was feeling, it may not actually be that thing that our heart is yearning for. It may be for something greater. There's a void in our life that only purpose can fill, only doing something beyond us can fill. Sometimes when you are feeling that it's that emotional need, is that thing that you want to do, is that emotional need that needs to be met, is that financial need that needs to be met. It may be something within you calling for a higher purpose. It may be something with you yearning for something to be filled, which is purpose, which is doing something beyond you. So find something that is beyond you. Find something that gives you joy. Find something that aligns with your purpose and God's divine purpose for your life, and start doing it. Pour yourself into it. The more you pour yourself into that thing, the more you find out that you have less time to think about that old relationship. Next thing you can do is that you can find where to vent out. Find something to vent out. It can be a physical activity, it can be going to jog, it can be anything that distracts you from thinking about it. Just do something that breaks that circuit of you trying to think about that old thing. Do something else. Do something else. Pour yourself into something else. Do something else that brings purpose and meaning to your life. And gradually you see yourself forgetting about this old relationship. I hope these strategies are helping you to finally move on with your life. I will see you in my next video on how to finally let go of the past. If this has blessed you, if this has been valuable to you, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos on this particular series. You don't want to miss any of it. Stay tuned and do have a lovely day. Bye.